Marc Márquez is no longer living race to race. The victories still matter, the trophies still call, but in 2026, something deeper is unfolding. The 8-time world champion is no longer merely attacking lap times, he is quietly engineering his future. And in doing so, he's sending shockwaves through the MotoGP paddock. As Ducati enters its monumental centenary era, Marquez has emerged as the axis around which the next generation of MotoGP power could rotate. Titles are still on the table, but contracts, long-term vision, and emotional balance are now part of his race strategy. The Ducati centenary storm: pressure, prestige, and power. Ducati's 100th anniversary season isn't just a celebration, it's a statement, and Marc Márquez stands at its epicenter. At the 2026 teen launch, the atmosphere was unmistakable: history on one side, expectation on the other, and Márquez caught perfectly in between. From the season opener in Thailand on March 1st, Marquez begins a campaign that could deliver a mythical 10th world title, a number that would rewrite MotoGP history. Yet surprisingly, the man himself refuses to obsess over it. "There is a goal, yes, but no obsession," Marquez stated calmly, redefining what ambition looks like at the highest level. A champion redefined, from ruthless hunter to strategic architect. This is not the Marquez who once raced fueled purely by aggression. Injuries, surgeries, and career uncertainty have reshaped him. Now, confidence replaces chaos. Clarity replaces desperation. His second year with Ducati feels different, familiar, controlled. Last season was survival. This season is intent. "I arrived cautiously last year," he admitted. "Now I understand the bike, the people, and the system. That understanding is dangerous for rivals." The grid won't reset. Momentum is everything. Despite preseason optimism across the grid, Marquez isn't buying into the illusion of a clean slate. MotoGP, in Marquez's view, rewards momentum, not hope. "You start strong and everything becomes easier," he explained, referencing how the 2025 season swung wildly from Japan to Indonesia. Aprilia, KTM, Ducati, names may shift, challengers may rise, but consistency still wins championships. Injury, recovery, and a body that fights back. Marquez's 2025 title defense collapsed under physical strain, forcing surgery and a painful absence from the final rounds, but his return has been methodical, disciplined, and quietly encouraging. A brief rehabilitation setback reminded him of his limits, but also confirmed his resilience. "The bone healed faster than expected," Marquez revealed. "I should be ready for Sepang." That single sentence was enough to put the paddock on alert. Contract bombshell. Ducati 2027 talks reached the final lap. Then came the moment that truly set the rumor mill on fire. When asked about his future, Marquez smiled and delivered the line that changed everything. "Let's say it's 9 out of 10. Negotiations for a 2027-2028 extension with Ducati are nearly complete. The delay? Not doubt, but calculation. Ducati and Marquez are mapping every scenario before locking the deal. The message is unmistakable. This is not a rushed signature. This is a legacy decision." Pedro Acosta speculation? Marquez doesn't care. As rumors exploded, fueled by claims that Ducati's future lineup could pair Marquez with Pedro Acosta, the response was ice cold. "Never, never, and I repeat, never have I set conditions about my teammate. No power plays, no ultimatums, no fear of the next generation." For Marquez, the equation is simple: project, happiness, and long-term viability. Names are irrelevant. Happiness over control, the new Marquez philosophy. This might be the most radical evolution of all. The modern Marquez no longer seeks dominance through control. He trusts structure over ego, stability over manipulation, happiness over obsession. You can't dictate a project, it has to make sense. That mindset reflects a rider who has survived MotoGP's darkest moments and emerged mentally unbreakable. Bagnaia, balance, and a rare factory harmony. Inside the Ducati garage, the relationship with Francesco Bagnaia remains professional, respectful, and refreshingly drama-free. Two champions, one mission. No politics, no civil war, just performance. This internal harmony allows Ducati's engineers to focus on innovation, not damage control, a luxury most factories envy. Why Ducati needs Marquez more than ever. From Ducati's perspective, locking in Marquez long-term is a strategic masterstroke. He brings global influence, technical feedback, race-winning instinct, and leadership that transcends lap times. As MotoGP enters an era defined by data, aerodynamics, and generational turnover, Marquez represents continuity in chaos. The bigger picture, MotoGP is changing, and so is its greatest star. Marc Márquez's stance reflects a wider shift across MotoGP's elite. Power is no longer exercised through demands, but through alignment. Today's championships are built on cohesion, not control. By choosing trust over authority and vision over fear, Marquez isn't just securing his future, he's shaping the sport's direction. And as the 2027 grid begins to take form, one truth stands firm. Marc Márquez is no longer just racing history, he is designing it. A message to the next generation: pressure doesn't live here anymore. For riders like Pedro Acosta and the rising stars circling Ducati's orbit, Marquez's calm confidence sends a subtle but powerful message. This is no longer a champion clinging to relevance. This is a rider fully at peace with competition. The pressure of expectation, once his constant companion, has been replaced by clarity. Anyone lining up next to him will not inherit fear, but responsibility. Why Marquez's calm is more dangerous than his aggression. Historically, Marquez was most feared when he rode on the edge. Today, he is arguably more lethal. A calm Marquez makes fewer mistakes, reads races better, and manages championships instead of chasing moments. In a field where margins are microscopic, emotional control has become a competitive weapon, and Marquez now wields it masterfully. Ducati's long game, building an empire, not a season. Ducati's interest in securing Marquez beyond 2026 is not just about wins, it is about continuity in an era of rapid technical evolution. Regulations may shift, aerodynamics may evolve, but leadership remains priceless. Marquez offers Ducati a reference point around which the next phase of development can be structured with confidence and precision. MotoGP's power shift from star-driven to system-driven. Marquez's refusal to influence team lineups highlights a broader transformation within MotoGP itself. The championship is no longer ruled by individual star power alone. Systems, data, and organizational philosophy now decide titles. Ducati understands this, and so does Marquez. Their alignment is not accidental. It is modern motorsport at its most sophisticated. The final warning shot to the grid. As preseason testing approaches and contracts quietly fall into place, the grid would be wise to read between the lines. Marc Márquez is healthy, settled, and strategically aligned with the most dominant manufacturer in the sport. He is not shouting, he is not demanding, and that silence may be the loudest warning MotoGP has heard in years.